So we're going to lower the antenna back down. You guys see that? Cool smoke signal. So you guys know that. That's the beam antenna I'll put on. You guys will see what I'm going to do in a couple minutes. Okay, you'll see it a little bit. Hey guys, I had to cut this video off for a second. I had to go get the hammer. I'll be right back in a minute. It shouldn't take that long to do. We're going to get this off here in a minute. I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to go get the hammer. This one's not the rod out. I like to use this, but I don't want to tear the threads up on this guy. But we're going to lower it down. That's what I'm going to be doing the antenna on this whole weekend on it. So I don't have no dogs going here for the whole week. They've been getting escaped down the fence. I know it's a lot of smoke screen. show you guys in a minute, but give me a little quick way. We got our 79 smoke screen right here, but I'll put it back on the can. I just lay it down here, be a little strain on it, but you guys see that? The antenna's looking great. You guys know how long that is, and I'm trying to get it to attach this thing. I'm going to put it back on the can, so it looks okay. I had to loosen that wire up quite a good. It's looking cool. That's your 79 smoke screen. You know, that's a burn pit out there. So I had to use that for a backup rope in case we pull it up. We might tie it to something, but see how it looks like when it comes down? So this is our boat wrench rope. This keeps it from kicking back. So I pull that rod out right there and right there. So this is how I'm telling you, all you UDX members out there. So we put this with this little can over it. That's what I do. So it's looking good. This is a 1,000-pound winch. Just want to show you guys. You lower it down. You guys can tell the way it was looking on video. I'll have to look at it later. So I'll catch you guys later. So we'll probably get this thing going soon. So the good thing, my dogs are not going to be in this pen for the rest of the week. We have to make sure everything looks like we can strap this up and all that. But I found something happened on one of my Mako E5000 rope wires. So I got all my cans recycled today. So it could have been ratchet chewed, but it did not chew the wire inside. I wrapped it with some duct tape. The lucky thing got inside the coax wire. We'll probably have to rechange this later on, but it's not going to affect it. It's been like that since before, I think back in June. I had to wrap this up today. It looked like little, like skid marks, and it got like the ground breed type thing. The copper type, ground type wire inside, like the outside shielding. It did not went inside the shielding, thank God. And there were some marks on that side, little straight things. It could have been rats that did it. Thank God it did not punch the coax wire inside the coax inside of the copper in the middle. So it was like some broken breed type wire inside, like like the coil things you get on your cable wire locks. We'll probably get some more of this wire stuff later on, but it's still working good. The RJ58 is not going to affect the Mako that much at all, but the SWR is still quite the same, like you guys saw back months ago. So I wrapped this up so it won't get into it. It could have been rats that chewed it, or my dog could have done that thing, but everything still looks cool, but everything's good. But this is the one that connects to the Mako E5000 on the roof. You guys know that. So that's the only thing. It'll be okay. I wrapped it up so nothing won't get into it. But it'll be alright. We'll have to change that coax later on, but it will still do DXs and all that stuff. But this is what we're going to be doing with the beam. So you guys see this thing I put up here during this week. So we'll probably be getting that in there when we get some time soon. But see how it lifts up the weight? I did that. For the extra rope, we're probably going to paint this a little bit. That's going to take a lot of time, but when it raises up, this is going to be like this. This is a 1,000-pound wrench. This probably weighs about 200 pounds, I think. Maybe 100 pounds, but I got it down there. You guys saw it on video. So we'll be doing all week to work on this. And let's hope it gets up there where I want. The way I'm going to do it, I had to put it on a silver ladder. You know that big ladder I used a while back? You know the one with the Mako E5000, the one you guys will worry about the thing was going to land on me? So I tried that back a year ago, and it did not work out that way. So I had to, when I did on the Mako E5000, I had to went on the roof to take the 12-foot pole, and mostly I took that thing on the roof, the antenna, I grabbed it, then I put that thing in the middle of it, you guys know that, and I brought the pole on the roof and slide the pole from above the roof inside those 3 bolt things, and that's how I did that whole thing. The coax thing I had to worry about, I think I can actually climb on the roof with the ladder, and I don't have to lower that thing down. You guys will see this in a second. We probably can use a 6-foot ladder and tie some mule tape to it so it will not slide, because it's got some concrete to this thing. So we'll probably have to do this. I don't want to, we might have to lower this down in a few months, not right now. But you guys see it right here. If we put a ladder here and get up to those coax and disconnect those things, it's not hard. Maybe we could do that, or just lower this thing down. We'll have to see and find that out. But it's not going to affect the coax that bad. That was actually probably rats chewing it. So I'm getting a lot of mouses from those things, from the chickens. And I don't think my dog would have chewed it. It would have been smashed. They look like they chew on bike brakes, like on your bicycles, like you had in. Essentially, Wagon Master understands all this because these mouses are almost the same as Planet Utah, but they're the same, and they look almost like those things that go on your brakes. You know, like on your bike brakes when the rats chew on. That's what it was. What that coax had, like marks. Thank God they didn't chew right into the inside the middle of the coax inside of it. So it would have been shot for the whole thing, but at least everything's good. So it's still working like the same thing I showed you back a few weeks ago. It was like that before. So it shouldn't affect it at all because the SWR is still quite the same. All we can get a ladder up here and probably get that coax disconnected and put a better one. Maybe we can switch this to a 213. If you guys let me know. If you guys got some 213 50-foot coax, let me know if you guys want to donate it for free. I'll probably put that on there later on. But this is running a Radio Shack RJ58 coax cable. But it's still good. But we got to make sure those ones are rat proof. But that's probably what happened. But it's still okay. So we'll have to change it out later on when we get time. But not right now. But everything's good. So we're looking okay on this thing. So at least I wrapped it with some duct tape. Nothing's going to get in that thing. And we'll still be able to do contacts with it and still do the box with it. I've been doing it way back in June. It probably was like that before. Because the chickens were here before that time when it was all that stuff came. So at least it's okay. I'm going to be running out. I'm using a flip camera right now to do this. But right now what I have to do with this phone, I'm probably going to have to send the whole LC screen back. And still run the old one. Still have the one had the problem with the screens a little bit. Not that bad. Like you guys will see some video of that. I'll probably put that video out there sometime this week. But I'm going to see if we'll send this LC screen back and see if it was a defective LC screen that did this. It ran once, which I did a video on that, and when I shut it off, it went into some heat mode type thing, and when I put all that stuff, it did not work at all ever since, except it shows the charging display screen. So my phone is still working. I put all the parts back into it. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is still the same, but the new screen probably was a defect, so I'll send it. I'm going to see it return this week and rebuy the same one again, see what happens. And if it happens again, then we can actually resend it back and buy the original Samsung Galaxy Note and swipe the chip out that way. That's another way you can do it. Just like I did before. Instead, you don't get one with a cracked screen on them. But we'll have to see. We could try that during the week. But when I was on there yesterday, I was trying it out. Before I put everything on it, I saw DD21 spin out while I was on there, and I was checking it out, and the screen was working good. But it could have been a defective screen because these are aftermarket screens that go on these phones, and they probably fixed the problem with them. So this is looking good, guys. So I just want to give you guys an update. And I did got the stickers from 21, UDX21. They're very nice stickers. I'm glad JT gave it to me out there. Glad it won spin I will. And when I get that box real soon during this week, I'll show you guys a video on that. The one I won the contest from 390 Wagon Master. We'll probably have to put that on video so he can make sure everything it was okay when the package came through. And that's how you can confirm that, so we can actually make sure on our end is good. So usually those guys like to look at that to make sure everything is good. And I'm going to use the blue stickers on that address thing like you guys told me about. So yeah, once I get the package here, I'll let them know. But we'll do a video on it. But not going to be firing the amp. We'll do a video on it and showed it came through. Then we'll be able to do that amp when we fire it up, when we get this thing going, the Mako. The one with the ceiling antenna when we do that. But we'll make sure to show that to 390 to make sure everything, the care package went through okay. So I'm still doing work on this because that's what I'm going to be doing. You guys know the north position that thing is. That's why I put it there on that mark. But the worst thing you can do, you could just take the rotor out here and move this around. And I want to put the beam antenna on this side here, the large side beam. Or you can lay them up in the ground, upward or sideways. But I have an 8-foot ladder I bought from Harbor Freight many years ago. Used it, It's the silver one you guys see. I'll probably have to put bricks on it to go a few feet a little higher. Like those bricks like these. We'll put it under there. If we get it like a foot higher, a few inches higher, it should be able to aim upward like that with the ladder when this pole goes up like that. Not lay flat, but we'll be able to attach this. We'll have to see what we have to do. But I have to do this to get this done. But my mother wants me to focus to work on this right now, or during the week. She wants me to do this because so far the dogs are not going to go in the pen. They jumped the fence yesterday because this fence has been around. Not this fence, it's that fence back there. It's the same thing. They jumped over the fence yesterday, and we'll probably get some fence later on during this year to get some this new fence I got back 3 to 4 years ago, and you get it from Tractor Supply. I need like 50 foot rolls of that, and to keep my dogs in there because they went over there, golden doodles, and we usually let them out here and let them burn their energy out. They don't bother the antenna system that much at all. They don't look at that. Those dogs don't attack anything. So we're good. So this is going to be nice once I do this, but I'm doing it a simple way because Jungle Joe's is kind of different, and it's the same rotor we have. Both of them we have the same rotor, but his serial is a 3 element, mine's a 4. He should go with one of these if I was him. The way this guy makes videos all the time, he needs to go with a serial 4 element, but he can probably make room for it. There's a lot of ways. He should go for the bigger serial, okay? He needs to get one. But he could keep his old one and set up somebody's house and do something like that. And put some of our UDX stickers out there and they'll get promoted out to some other people in Canada, who knows. Or you can use it as a backup system as another place you can use. But I think Jungle Joe should get a 4 element serial like the one I have, and maybe he'll learn how to do like I do. And mostly if we have the same setup like we do, maybe we could find out the other ends. But mine's on the antenna tuner. I went with the antenna route, like tuner route with Jungle Joe. Mine was the MFJ. That thing is a pretty cool tuner, the Arecibo, and I went for that because it was one of my lucky finds. I got it, but it'll be able to do everything I want, and you can use it for on different frequencies with this antenna tuner. That's why I got it. And you can go up to 300 watts. That's all you need, something like that. Or you can go upgrade later on with one of these better. But I went it because the serial, because I don't want to cut these poor elements off and ruin them. And I hope these are not bent, because they look like they're not. They're doing pretty good in the weather. But let's hope. What I have to do, all this stuff, we have to put this guy wire stuff, the rope. My mom wants to get me some kind of these rods that go in the ground. They look almost like these. So I can put them over here for the mill tape ropes. You guys seen that rope that goes on the Mako V5000? It's the same stuff, but it's 90 foot long, some is different. And I got some other different ropes. Like these you got at Wally, where I had got these a while back. And I actually have one of these on the ground here on my Mako V5000. She wants me to get something similar like this to hammer in the ground and hold them there. But mostly I could tie them to fences or something like that. We have to do. We'll have to see when we raise it up. Once we raise this up, I'm not going to raise this down for a long, long time. As long the RJ213 is going to do what I want to do. The good thing about this RJ213 cable, when it's 45 foot long, 50 foot, when it's like 39 feet, this should be like at least 11, almost close to the top of that beam pole there. Because to track by 39 feet between 50 foot, it's going to be very close, at least maybe 5 foot off the ground, and it's no big deal. It means I could disconnect this the RJ58 on the end, and we can re-upgrade this a little bit better. But this will have the RJ58 thing you guys saw with the adapter still here, and I'm going to seal it with some coax. It's in here with the adapter. It's in a plastic bag. You guys see it here. That's why I had to do this, and that's what did all that thing. You guys see it in there? I'll show you. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that would attach the RJ58 this to C13. But this is custom made. You know, I soldered this. And same thing on the other end. This is all coax seal up there, no problem. I did very good. It's got duct tape and coax seal. I got one more pack of coax seal that I only could do on that one end. I wish I had a lot of coax seal. If you guys want to see me plenty of coax seal, let me know. I like to have a whole pack of it, and I don't have to worry about it for the rest of my life about it. And once I have plenty of coax seal, then I can actually reattach coax wires and put better quality on them. Who knows? So I did a good job on this. This is why I put safety clamps in here. in case this thing slides down, but they're not going to slide down. These are actually these bolts I put. My dad's design many years ago. I know who have seen the photos. I'm talking about UDX21 out there on YouTube land. Dirty diaper before we go out of battery. I'm going to tell them about that. You know the one you see on my main Facebook a while back? I showed you my North Florida days, and it had my mobile home trailer. The one with the Radio Shack antenna I had back in 2004 or 2005, and this is like before they did the switch. And I used to pick up Panama City with this thing out in North Florida, and we used to pick up Columbus, Georgia. That's what it is. And the pole on this Radio Shack antenna mount was the pole I used back in 1996 for my first base station antenna my dad built, and it had these little rings. It had these kind of rings in the middle. It has these little holes, but DX Engineer sells them. I've seen them. That's what this thing had. It came from an trailer park. My dad got it when he found it when he worked on phone lines, and this was actually much heavier hole than this. It was more like this kind of. It was actually much higher diameter than this stuff. More like this size. It had a bunch of this size. That's how big this was, and it was heavy. And what we used to do, how we put the Radio Shack antenna, we used to put like a little rod like this. But you guys know what a rod like this, you've seen them. Like an iron rod that goes through your fence, not like this plastic one, just the same type shape. We used to put a pole in the middle and spin it around with our hands with it to tune what TV station we could listen to. And that's how we used to do it. But it had the same kind, the mountain one in South Florida had, these poles were like 6 foot tall instead of 2 to 3 foot tall. It's like 3 foot in the ground, almost around 2 foot of concrete. This is 3 foot in the ground. It's pure concrete. This has got plenty of cement all around here. I made the hole bigger. You guys saw it, the rocks and everything. Same thing with this. This is like an 8 footer, and it's only 5 foot tall above the ground. That took a lot of work on that. And this was the design my dad had. He had a bunch of these things, like the rods in the middle. He had a bunch of them like that, and that's how he did it. Then he used to have this kind of step type ladder thing. These clamps on the side, like a ladder clamp they use on pole poles, like these little edgy things. He used to stand on top of it and just grab the pole and raise it up by hand. That's how he used to do it. So I don't have to do this kind of way I did. I found an easy way to do this. But you guys saw the weight on this video. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to be working on this for all week. Let's hope we get these things up. And we'll be on the air when we get some time. But I got to stay focused on this right now. But not to overkill myself with this. We're going to make sure this is not going to break the pole. We're going to make sure it doesn't do that. A lot of weight factors. And come-along chains. I haven't experienced them before on the farm in North Florida. Not these kind, not the boat ranch. This is different. You know, like a come-along that attaches to your pickup truck. My dad used to haul a lot of tree logs like these. A lot of Liberty Lobby type pine trees like that. We used to cut those things down and raise them with meal tape. These kind of sizes. We used to have a lot of them on our land, tons of trees like that. Those are like 35-year-old trees. We used to do a lot of logging. And used to take those things to the Lake City, Florida market in North Florida to get the trees to weigh for money. Usually you can actually do that. They actually have a place where you can take trees and they'll pay you for money for the weight for them, for pine trees. That's what we used to do. And used to make good money at it a long time ago. But we used to cultivate about 4 acres of pine trees back then on the 8-acre farm. But that's what I'll tell you like that. We used to use a lot of this stuff. Tons of meal tape, which is still the same we have as this day. Some 1,000 pounds, most of it's 1,800 pounds, is what it is. We used to do a lot of logs and used to use them on sailboats, on our sailboat one time. And my dad used it in Utah for a lot of stuff for his ice fishing. And he used to do it for his pickup truck when you get it out of the snow. That stuff is really amazing. So it's going to do good, but we're going to get the guy wires on this here. All these little ropes here. And I have to make sure they're very strong so it will not wobble a single bit when the wind hits. It'll be able to wobble on the top, but we have to make sure this is very stable. When it's very stable, you'll have a lot less wind effect on this tar at the top. And that's how we have to make sure everything's good. Right up between the 30-foot level, 28-foot level right here. but it's all 90-foot mule tape. Some are 50-foot, some pretty long. But I had to make sure it's very long, because then you can tie it very hard, wrapped around a lot, and it'll keep it from pulling it out that way. That's how you have to do things like that. So I'm gonna let you guys go. So it's almost during evening hours. And I'll show you guys what the garden update I'm still doing. I'm still putting a lot more of these things here. I'm gonna do some more. My mom ordered more of these things. She got a bunch of these coming this week. So it's gonna be almost all her garden right here, you guys know. So she's gonna be putting a lot of these things. I had to do them just yesterday. The attachment X screwdrivers. And I'll show you what they look like before we go. And I'll show you what the brand name's on it. But Temu is where you can get a bunch of this cheap Chinese stuff, but at least it's better than nothing. And you can grow a lot of food in them, but people need to do this right now. Just in case you guys need to do that right now. But the better you get food, the better you eat stuff. Let's see if there's the name on it. Can't see it right here. Hold on a second. There we go. And that's the name of it. You guys have to look that up. I'll give you a good glimpse. So make sure you spell that. Looking good. So look that up and you'll be able to find that, okay? And these are actually what they look like. Let me take my gloves off. These things don't do on foot camera. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Keep your eye on the bed. There we go. That's what they look like. So you get some of that pretty good. So I'm going to let you guys go. This is UDX 362 East Tennessee. And our Mako's doing okay today. So you guys know that little thing. So nice skies tonight. And our weather's going to be good this week. And I'll be working on this thing real soon. And I got to stay focused on this right now. And I need to do that to get, and I hope everything goes A-okay for me. Make sure nothing that snaps at all. I don't think it's going to snap that kind of pole, but we're going to make sure everything's, all those wires do. And we're going to make sure everything's good. And I have to put that thing on the ladder, attach those clamps to those things. I'll make sure I'll do really good at this. And also when I get that box this week, Wagon Master sent out, I promise I'll take care of that Collius amp UDX22 that 122 made. I will not sell it, and I will not give it to anybody. And I'll make sure of that, and I'll be able to keep that thing in good shape. If it has problems, maybe someone can actually help me repair it. Or someone will actually do that. It's very quite good, but I'm telling you guys, make sure you do it. And I'm telling you, this is a great antenna. We'll hope we'll be rocking in no time, but I'm telling you, I promise I'll take care of the antenna, the box, the Collius amp box. Known UDX21 out there in New Jersey. No, UDX22 in New Jersey. Sorry, miss, about the UDX21 out there. UDX122 out there in New Jersey. But I'll make sure I'll take care of the amp. I'll make sure it's good. I want to make sure I don't over drive the amp and don't over fry it. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys out there. I want to make it last a very long time. So don't abuse the amp and make sure you be quite good. 79 smoke screen from the smoke. UDX 362 East Tennessee. Thanks for all you guys out there. I'm waving out to 390 Wagon Master, UDX 21 out in South Carolina, UDX 151 Mower Junkie, UDX 791 out there, waving out to Popcorn 9113, waving out to Mark Sanquist, Neutral. I'm waving out to Gunshot Wound. I'm waving out to Brad, UDX 59 Zoo. I'm waving out. And waving out to 3Made, UDX 3 Remade, and also I'm waving out to all those guys out there, and I'm waving out to the other guys out there. Been in my chats for a while, but I'm gonna wave it out to you guys out there too. I want to wave it out to Cornbread. I want to wave it out to Old Tube Radio Network, Dennis out there. And we need to get him some logo stickers. That guy needs. He needs some OTR stickers for his show. The man needs to get some passed out and people look at. I know. Someone needs to make some OTR stickers. Someone's got to do for Dennis. Then we get that word out there. I would love to get one of those tube radios working for sure. And I would love to have a Mark IV or Mark III. The ones with the sideband built in for 40 channels. And you have one of those rocking, it'll be there for the rest of your life. You'll be on the radios doing all those contacts. That's a perfect tube radio that does never fail. And I'd love to get the one with the Lafayette tube radio working. When someone can actually help me out to get that thing working, it'd be nice. And the Eco. But I'm telling you, This thing should be able to reach OTR with this thing. But look, it reached this is a little much higher from the last pole of this. But this is the one all those poles are attached to, you guys see them. So I'll catch you guys later. UDX 362 East Tennessee, have a great night. Just want to let you know. And I hope I gotta stay focused to work on this whole week. I gotta make sure everything's good. Make sure everything's take time with it. And I gotta make sure everything's done right. You guys know that. UDX 362 East Tennessee will bring out some more videos sometime soon. Or sometime this week. And I'll keep an update on this. So I'll catch you guys later and we'll bring out more videos. UDX 362 East Tennessee, Foxman 362, World Radio on YouTube. 70